Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
I'm
Play with
birthday
me.
boy. Goodbye, I'm birthday boy. I'm birthday boy. What are you doing?
Birthday boy. Birthday
You're
boy.
a birthday boy. You're a birthday boy. How do you feel you being a birthday boy?
It's like any other day.
I'm birthday boy.
No, except today is a very special day.
I won't have cake later because I'm birthday boy.
That's right.
I'm birthday boy.
Merry Christmas and happy birthday to you.
Thank you. Merry Christmas to you.
Yes.
Even though I don't identify as a Christian, I do hope that as knowing that you enjoy yourself this holiday.
Aw.
Especially since you're the birthday boy. I'm good birthday boy. I'm good birthday boy.
Good birthday boy.
Yes, yes.
Yes.
Yes. Anyways, Jaylo,
Anyways, yes.
we have had an interesting day since we last recorded.
So far.
Yes. So, yesterday,
Mm-hmm.
you took a nap.
I did.
I listened to more of the book that I've been going through on Liz Phair. I haven't finished yet, but I'm probably going to be done fairly quickly.
Okay.
And got up, went downstairs, saw you.
Mm-hmm.
We watched some movies.
Yes, we did.
What did we watch?
So we watched the Home Alone and Home Alone 2 Lost in New York because I personally think that they're classics and I haven't seen them in years. In fact, I think I've seen both movies so many times that I could actually quote from them.
Well, what's interesting to me is that you were still able to quote some of the lines from the movie, the second
Yes.
one especially.
Mm-hmm.
So I've seen both of the movies.
Mm-hmm.
And as a kid, I enjoyed them, but I probably saw the first one a lot more than I saw the follow-up.
Yeah, it was equal for me. I saw the first one just as much as I've seen the second one.
I like the second one.
I thought the second one was great.
When I was a kid, but for some reason, I didn't watch it as much.
No, it's great. I mean, I think there's like more stuff in there. I don't know. And because it's New York, it's a different. It's a lot more things there, like the plaza and Rockefeller Center.
Well, let's digest both films, but let's go in chronological order. So the first one, we sit down and we watch it, and there are some definite flaws in the movie.
Of course, as movies are, full of flaws.
Right. So it starts out. If you haven't seen Home Alone, spoiler alert, it's like 30 years old. You should have watched it by now.
Yeah, that's right.
There's a family, New Year's, it's Christmas
Eve.
And they're all rushing around because they're going to go to Paris the next day. One of the kids gets in trouble by pushing the other one, and he ruins dinner because of a various series of events.
Mm-hmm.
He's forced to sleep in the attic. Mm-hmm. Next morning, they forget him. They do a head count, and somehow they don't realize that they're missing a kid.
And
they do two head counts.
2 head counts?
Yeah, because remember, the mom does one.
And Tracy does the
Tracy does the other.
Or Heather, I'm sorry.
Or Heather does the other one.
Yeah. But here's the thing that, and we've been talking about this.
Go ahead.
How could somebody do a head count and count 11 heads, not knowing that they forgot somebody?
Right.
I mean, how is that possible? They would have to have been able to see that there was somebody missing.
They call the cops. The mom realizes that something's up when she's on the plane. Mm-hmm. They land, gets a hold of the authorities.
And it's and they're short on staff.
Right. Somebody goes over, they check out the house, and there's like, oh, looks like there's nobody home. And amazingly, there's a problem with their phone line, so they can't call the kid to see what's up. Mm-hmm. All their other neighbors are somehow miraculously out of town.
Yeah, they are. Yep.
So it's just a little bit too like, So don't get me wrong, I enjoyed rewatching it.
And well, yeah, but of course we don't think about that when we're kids. And it's not going to happen in real life. It's just a movie. And I kept telling you it's just a movie.
Because I'm one of those people, if I see a continuity issue, I'll point it out.
And I kept telling you it's just a movie. Relax. It's not like it's going to happen for like in real life. Of course it's not going to happen like that in real life. It's just a fun movie.
I would love to be this kid Kevin that Macaulay Culkin played. Not only does he seem smart, but like his parents have a ton of money.
Yes, they do.
At one point, his mom's in the airport, and she's like, "Can I hire a private jet to go?"
Yeah. What about a private plane?
Yeah. This family is loaded. I wish I came from a family that rich.
And the house. I mean, the house.
The house is huge.
Is huge. Yeah. Yeah, and they can afford to go to New York and or Paris if they have a lot of money, because that one of the aunts and uncles in the family had cash to play the. I think the pizza guy charged like $122.50 in the first movie.
That's right.
I'm like, that's a lot of money for 12 pizzas.
I thought it was 10 pizzas, but in the
12.
event. Okay, 12 pizzas.
Yeah, 12 pizzas, I believe it was. But it's a lot of money. It's a lot of pizza.
It's a lot of money. It's a lot of pizzas. And then, of course, there's that famous scene where he's playing with the aftershave and he puts it on his head and he screams.
Yep.
What I forgot, because I probably saw the movie the last time when I was around 10, is that he does that scene twice in the movie.
Yes.
He puts aftershave on and screams twice in the film.
Yes, he does.
Yeah. And it's like, you're 8 years old. Do you really need to be shaving? I get it. They want to present him as the man of the house and all this. But if he's having such a bad reaction to aftershave lotion the first time, why would he do it again?
Well, like I said, it's a fun movie.
Okay.
Don't try to analyze it.
Okay.
I think that's what you're trying to do.
Well, overall, I enjoyed it. I mean, it's not my favorite film, but again, I'm no longer that prime demographic. And when I was a kid, who was roughly around the same age as Macaulay Culkin, give or take a couple years, I really enjoyed it. I liked it then, too.
Actually, Macaulay Culkin was 2 years older than his character's age. So when it came out in 1990, he was already 10.
Okay, so he's like 2 years older.
He's 2 years older.
But, it's within that range.
It's within that range, yeah. But I enjoyed them. I haven't seen them in a long time.
Well,
and
before we get to that, we still got to get to the ending of the film.
Okay.
Okay. So, I got to say, as a kid, and as somebody who just turned 37, maybe I still have the maturity of the kid. My favorite parts, both times, was the violence at the end of the movie.
Of course, but it wasn't just violent. It was funny violence.
It was funny violence. I loved it as a kid, and I might have even loved it more as an adult.
Oh, especially with the burning of the the burning of the skin, with the iron, and being smacked with paint cans and with the sprinklers, and it was funny stuff.
It was fun. So here's my only complaint about the violence in the movie, and it's not like, oh, kids shouldn't be exposed to that. No, no, kids already see stuff like that. So there's a second one. It's the same criminals.
I know.
And they're walking around like, nothing's bothering us. Or like, we spent 9 months in jail. And I'm thinking, you probably should have spent like a decade in the hospital.
Yeah,
based on all the trauma from the first one.
Yeah, it was funny. We were talking about it, and we're like, don't you think that after last year they would have realized that they're going to get the same reaction from that kid?
Well, I think after last year they'd be walking on crutches and barely be able to speak.
Yeah, and they'd have to have like false teeth and.
But somehow they're alive.
Somehow they're alive with the magic of they weren't hurt anyway in the making of the films.
No, but their characters.
But their characters were hurt, yeah.
Yeah, and so let's get to the second one. Second one starts. There's an issue when Kevin is singing a song at the
Christmas pageant.
At the Christmas pageant.
Yep.
And he ends up being sent to his room. They don't forget him this time, even though they still oversleep. There's a problem at the airport, and he ends up getting on the wrong plane and going to New York.
Because he sees a guy that looks like his dad
From behind,
but doesn't realize it's not his dad.
And he puts on headphones when the flight lady, the stewardess, says, "We're going to New York."
No, he puts on the headphones when that French guy was.
No, but it's like right before the part, so he doesn't hear that the plane is going to New York.
Right, he doesn't.
Gets off in New York, goes to the plaza, checks in. There's a lot of fun stuff in this movie.
It is, yeah.
In some ways, I think I enjoyed the second film better than the first one.
Oh, the second film was great.
It was really fun.
It was fun, and especially when he has that Talkboy tape recorder, which they advertised after the movies were done.
See, I don't remember that. It's possible that I just saw it and for whatever reason.
So you can record something and then you can speed it up or slow down the speed. And so he had that tape recorder. And he's like, "Hello, this is Peter McAllister, the father." Right?
Yeah.
"I'd like a hotel room, please, with a with a large bed, a TV, and one of those little refrigerators you open with a key."
Yeah. So
there I go quoting it again.
Did you have one of those?
What?
That talking tape recorder?
I did not.
Talkback
but it was
tape
called the Talk Boy.
The Talk Boy tape
Yeah.
recorder.
I did not, but I think it was around in the 90s, and it seemed pretty cool, and they advertised it.
Wow. That does sound kind of cool.
Yeah, they did. But
so let's get to some of the problems I had with the movie. Overall, again, I really liked it, and we're gonna keep politics out of this. We're not gonna talk about the one camp.
No, we're not gonna do that.
No. But a problem I had with it was Tim Curry is in the movie, and he's a great actor, and he's really good in this movie. I found it hard to believe he would be so intent on spying on this kid.
Right. I mean, why? Why would he have to? Why would he have to? Yeah. There would be no reason.
Rob Schneider's in the movie, half Filipino.
Yes, that's right.
Yes, that must have made you proud.
Well, not that he's half Filipino, but I didn't realize it was him. I thought it was somebody else.
Oh.
Yeah.
And he runs into the criminals from the first movie. This time they're going to rob a toy store. So I will say this. I think I liked the violence in the second movie more.
Yeah,
because they went really far in the second movie.
They did,
Yeah.
with the bricks and the...
and the electrocution.
Yes, the electrocution was funny.
Yeah. And instead of paint cans, they get hit by like this like huge. I could be wrong, but it kind of looked like like some sort of weird like dumbbell thing.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I mean, obviously my eyes aren't that good, so somebody
Yeah.
will correct me, but I
Yeah.
believe it was something to that effect. It was a lot of fun, the violence in the movie.
Yeah, it was.
But again, he gets saved by somebody
Yes.
who originally he thought was a bad person.
Right.
He comes to learn this person has just fallen on hard times.
Yeah.
So it's sort of a repeat of these patterns.
Yeah, and she's a homeless person.
What do you think that the two films say about class? So we have Kevin, who's like this super rich kid, right? Never has to worry about anything financially. And he's afraid of these two poor people. But in
Right.
the end, the poor people end up helping him out on Christmas.
Right,
Do you think that says anything about class in this country? Do you think they're trying to make a statement?
No.
No.
I just think that maybe they're trying to say that help can come from any place. Doesn't matter if they're poor or rich. And it's just a matter of you accepting that help. That's what I think.
Okay.
That help can come in the most unexpected forms.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. Both fun films.
Both fun.
I'm
But I do like Home Alone Lost in New York a little bit more.
Okay.
Yeah.
I am glad that we watched them.
Yeah, yes.
Yeah. We also watched some Frasier.
Yes.
We saw a Cheers reunion episode, which is right up my alley.
Yes.
Yes.
That was quite funny.
That was really
And
good.
then there was one episode that I thought was hilarious when Daphne and Niles were getting married like 3 times.
That was great. It was after the Cliff Clavin retirement party.
Yes. It was hilarious.
Yes.
They get married in front of in front of was it a judge the first time?
They get married. It's like one of the shady minister people.
Yeah, it was
in
one of
Vegas.
those shady minister people. And then they go to the courthouse and get married again.
Because, well, we should explain what happened. They go home. So the episode before this, Daphne realizes that she wants to spend the rest of her life with Niles, and she doesn't want to wait. So it ends with her going over to his house and saying, "Let's just go to Vegas. Let's just go and elope."
Yeah.
Fast forward, we're in Reno. They do the wedding, and they go back to Fraser's apartment, and they start talking, and they say, "Well, we were going to get married here, but we found out that you have to wait 3 days in the state of Washington."
Right.
They're
Yeah.
going to tell them the rest of the story. Both
Yes.
Martin and Fraser interrupt and say, "We're so glad you guys didn't get married because it would have been very hurtful for us if we
It's
weren't
like,
there."
Well, we weren't going to get married. We were going to get married, but we decided we're going to get married in. Our news is that we're going to get married in 3 days.
Right.
They go to the courthouse.
Well, it's great because then they're at the courthouse, and Daphne's mom, who just seems like a horrible human being,
Yes.
says something to the effect of, "I want you to get married in the church. It's the only
By a minister.
yeah, it's like the only thing I ask of you
Yeah.
besides being able to live with your boyfriend and
Yeah.
hog all of your time." She runs out. They decide to get married anyways and tell her that they didn't get married, so they have to do another third wedding. and then her ex Donnie, they run into him.
Yes,
so
yes.
they invite him, and then finally they're like, okay, this is a sham. We're already married.
Yeah, we're already married.
Who knows about what wedding?
Yeah, and then the mom's like, well, Daphne, did you at least get married by a minister? And she's like, oh yes, of course.
The first time.
And then Donnie gets upset and ends up not marrying his fiance.
Yes.
She's looking at him like. It was so funny.
It was really, really good.
Yes. Now, shall we talk about the things that we watched Christmas Eve?
That was what we watched Christmas Eve.
No, we didn't. We watched. Oh wait.
Yesterday was Christmas Eve.
No, I'm thinking. No, I was thinking about the day before when we watched a Charlie Brown Christmas, and we were trying to find another thing, and we ended up watching Frasier instead.
Oh yeah. So before we get to that,
Mm-hmm.
And we will talk about this. The show Frasier has these interesting themes, but one of the things that came up with me, and I don't know if it was conscious on the writer's part or if they just threw it in there, was this theme of the older generation. So it's represented by two perspectives. You have Daphne's mother, who doesn't really do anything that the church says, except that she got married in one, right?
Right.
And she expects all of her kids to do the same.
Yep.
And you have Martin, and Martin's interesting.
Yeah,
he's obviously I'm pretty liberal, and he's more conservative, but he's also like, do your own thing in a lot of ways,
Right.
And be your own person,
Right.
Just don't expect him to endorse it,
Right.
What do you think of the old school generation versus the younger generation, people like us? So let's categorize it as people over 60 and people under 40.
Okay, what exactly are you getting at?
Well, I'm just saying, like, I was interested in how Frasier portrayed older people in that particular episode.
Right.
So when Martin finds out the truth, he's upset for like a minute, and then he does the classy thing, and he opens the door and he says, "Shouldn't you guys be on your honeymoon?"
Yeah.
So he's made it clear that he doesn't like their decision, but he's accepted.
He's accepted it, yeah.
And the mom is more like, she accepts it, but she digs in her heels more.
Right, she does, yeah.
And I'm just curious, what do you think of the older generation versus the younger generation in real life? Do you what are the advantages to the way an older person might look at the world versus the way somebody like us might look at it?
I don't know. I think it really depends. I mean, there are definitely people in my family in the older generation that are more old-fashioned. And I think part of it is because of where they came from. They didn't grow up in this country. Things were different in their country. They had different values and American values. And older Americans are different too. I mean, there are some older Americans that are much more conservative, obviously, than other older Americans. Because there's some older Americans are just as liberal as younger Americans, because they see things progressing.
Mm-hmm.
But then you've got the reverse, where there are younger Americans that are coming back to the older values and saying, you know what, I am more conservative than my friends are.
I guess a better question to ask you is...
And I didn't quite get your question. That's why I'm like...
Okay. A better question to ask you is, what value system do you think is best? Do you think the younger value system or the older one? Or a mixture? And I know that the lines get blurred on the law.
I think it might be a mixture. Some of them do overlap. But it's a good question. I think it's a mixture. I don't think all younger people... well, I don't know. I can only speak for myself when I say this.
But you're the person I'm asking, so...
I know. I don't know that younger people's values today, and not every single younger person has values today that I would agree with. That doesn't mean that there are no younger people younger than us or our age that wouldn't agree with some of the values of their parents or their grandparents. Does that make any sense? Because I think I'm rambling here.
You might be rambling,
Okay.
but I think it's cute.
Well, okay.
Oh,
Maybe you could be a
Jaylo
little more
kid.
specific because I don't think I quite understand your question.
Okay, so let me see if I could break this down. So I view the older generation as more black and white, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you go to church or you don't. You do the right thing or you don't. And I view the younger generation as more like there's gray areas to things. There's a little bit more nuanced.
Right.
Somebody might say that that's a bias on my part, and I think that's a reasonable criticism.
Right.
How do you feel? Do you think the world is more black and white, or do you think it's more gray?
I think it really depends on the individual person.
Okay.
Just because a lot of my thinking is black and white.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean that everybody else's thinking is black and white or will be black and white.
And what did Macaulay Culkin's boyfriend say? Don't matter if you're black or white. I'm gay.
Bad joke.
That's
bad
an
joke,
allegation. I don't know
bad
if that's true.
joke.
That
No.
was meant to be a joke.
No, that is a bad joke.
That is not necessarily.
That is a bad joke. I think you owe I think you owe apologies to every Michael Jackson fan that listens to this.
Really?
Yes. I think you should.
I don't know. I do not know if that's true. I just know that was a rumor.
You say sorry.
That they were dating.
Sorry.
I don't know if that's true.
No, there he even denies it.
Okay, then it's a rumor I heard.
He denies it vehemently.
Macaulay Culkin.
Yes.
Then it's a rumor I heard, and I'm sorry I spread it.
Mm-hmm.
Don't matter if you're black or white.
Yeah. It's a good song though.
Yes. Alana, you wanted to talk about what we watched on December 23rd, 2019.
Yes, it's still 2019 by the
Yes.
way. Well,
I'm so birthday boy.
Still birthday boy.
I'm birthday boy.
Birthday
You're dating
boy.
birthday boy.
So,
You're dating birthday boy.
Okay, stop.
You're dating birthday boy.
That's enough.
You're dating
Okay.
birthday boy, Jaylo.
Are we gonna do this
Yes,
all day?
go ahead, go ahead. Yes, we are. But go ahead for now. We will be doing birthday boy all day, because I'm birthday boy all day, Jaylo.
Oy.
Go ahead.
Yeah, you see what I have to deal with. Anyway, I'm just kidding. So we watched one of my a couple of classic Christmas things that I really like, which was A Charlie Brown Christmas, which had actually 2 stories in it, and we also watched Frosty the Snowman from 1969.
And we also watched clips from the New Year's
Happy New Year, Charlie Brown.
Happy New Year, Charlie Brown.
Which we were trying to find a full episode because it was really, really funny.
And Alana's like, oh, boy, yes, quip. Oh, boy, yeah, quip. I don't like this quip.
Yeah, because I thought it was really funny. And if you're on a streaming website that streams it, sometimes you have to pay more for live TV, and I don't think that's right. Yeah, Happy New Year, Charlie Brown is one of my favorite New Year specials. It's quite funny, I think. I didn't realize just how funny A Charlie Brown Christmas was after I haven't seen it since I think last year, 2 years ago.
It was better than I remembered it.
Yeah, it was really funny. Don't you know sarcasm when you hear it? Yeah.
Great stuff.
Yeah, it is great stuff.
Frosty the Snowman, I was less impressed by.
Yeah, but this was a cartoon that I used to watch when I was a little kid.
Good for you then.
And there are other Christmas cartoons that are good as well.
No, I mean
better than that.
I saw it as a little kid. I thought it was all right then, but there were some definite plot holes in it.
Yeah, well, if you don't concentrate so much on those plot holes, then maybe you would enjoy it a little bit more.
Okay.
Cartoons are supposed to be enjoyed.
That's true.
You're not supposed to look for all the loopholes.
Okay, that's a good point.
You see, I think you're overanalyzing it.
The Frosty says, "Does anybody want to go with me to the North Pole?" And one of the kids says, "Oh yeah, just as long as I'm at home time for dinner."
But it was funny.
It was funny. I will give it that.
Yeah, just as long as I'm home in time for dinner. I think it'll be okay with my mother, just as long as I'm home for dinner.
And she doesn't even check with her mother.
She doesn't.
No, she's
But-
just like,
but
I
again-
think it's gonna be all right.
But again, this is a cartoon. It's meant to be for kids. It's not supposed to be logical.
Frosty dies and they bring him
Because
back.
children are not logical.
Frosty dies and they bring him back.
Right. And he did sit in a box full of ice cream
Right.
and ice cakes on the train. But like I said, I mean, it's a kids' cartoon. Kids aren't logical. They don't understand it. It's funny.
Okay.
It's funny. Just enjoy it.
Okay.
Don't look at all the loopholes.
Birthday boy Jaylo. Today
Yes.
we woke up early, babe.
Yeah.
We woke up at like 4 or something.
Probably. Yeah.
Hung out for a while. We listened to a lot of good music.
We did.
And eventually we decided to make lunch, which was an experience because I'm not very familiar with this kitchen.
And it turned out really, really good.
I'm glad you liked it.
We chopped up some veggies, and you did your thing with the sauce, and
We made baked spaghetti again.
it was so good.
It was really good.
We would have wanted the noodles to be thicker, but
Yeah, because when I bought the noodles, I just picked out the first thing that I saw on the shelf.
I think the noodles were really good, and they were easy to keep on the fork.
We have plenty of leftovers.
Yes, we do.
It seemed like you were getting a bit irritated in the kitchen. Did I misread the situation?
No.
Okay.
Why did you think I was irritated?
I don't know. I just got this vibe from you that you really weren't that into it.
What?
Yeah. Was I wrong?
No. You're not. No, I wasn't irritated at all.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
I did sit down because it was getting hot in there.
Yeah.
And sometimes when it gets stuffy, it just gets sometimes it gets a little overwhelming, and I have to take a break.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I was not irritated.
Nice.
Yeah.
And then you took down some of the artwork that was on the refrigerator, even though it's not our place.
Are we gonna go through this again?
No, babe. No, babe.
Do you want me to get irritated again?
No.
I mean, I wasn't irritated before, but you're close to getting me irritated.
Can I tell you something?
What?
I love my Jaylo.
I love you.
I love my Jaylo.
I love
I'm birthday boy Jaylo.
your birthday boy, Jaylo, but your birthday boy, but that doesn't give me an excuse to be ornery.
I'm birthday boy. I'm good birthday boy Jaylo. You ain't a good birthday boy Jaylo. Power Rangers coming over with a Jaylo.
No, I was not irritated in the kitchen at
Yes.
all. No.
I probably told the story about the Power Rangers earlier,
Yes.
but I've been joking with Alana. Oh, we got to get to the Christmas gift thing.
Oh, jeez. Well,
Which is not your fault. I'll tell the Power Rangers thing.
Tell the Power Rangers thing first.
And then we'll segue into it. So, I've been joking with Alana. I don't like the Power Rangers, and even when I was a kid, I didn't care for them.
And I wasn't into them too. My friends were though, but I wasn't.
I don't think I knew anybody was into them. But in any event, I've been joking with Alana. Oh, I know what you're going to get me this year. You're going to have the Power Rangers come over. And so I can hang out with them, so I can be like, birthday boy and Power Rangers. I'm birthday boy and Power Rangers. And it's been a joke because, Alana's not going to arrange something as frivolous as that.
No.
That not only is a waste of her time, but that I would completely hate.
And I don't like them either. So.
But it's a funny joke. It's a
funny
good
joke,
inside joke.
Yes.
So let's get to presents.
Oh.
Which is not your fault, by the way.
No.
I don't want to
feel
put this
really
as
bad about that.
Yeah, I mean, there's one thing about it that I do find kind of amusing, but we'll get to that in a minute.
Yeah.
We exchange gifts. I get Alana a gift card to Starbucks.
Yeah, that was very nice.
Thank you. And I opened the gift that Alana got me, and I'm like, oh, it's paper, and it's also my birthday. I'm birthday boy.
Okay, stop it.
I'm birthday boy, Jaylo.
Yes. We know
Okay.
you're the birthday boy. I get it.
Good. I won't be forever though.
We all get it.
So I gotta.
But I do acknowledge that today is your birthday.
Thank
and you are your birthday boy.
Thank you. Anyway, so as birthday boy, I opened this gift, and it's paper.
Yeah.
And I'm
blank paper.
Oh, it's paper, and you're like, what makes you?
Oh yeah, I was very upset.
Alana,
I was
pissed.
very. I mean, I was very irritated. This is what really irritated me because I thought it was gonna get to him because I got the zip code wrong. Turns out it got to him, but that was not what I ordered.
Because the next day we should say you called and you corrected the order and made sure
I did not call. I emailed them.
You got in contact with them.
I did, yeah.
And you made sure that the zip code was changed to the correct one.
Right. And so when I said, can I see the box? He gives me the box, and I'm like, I can't believe it. There's nothing in here that even matches my order. It's just paper. It's like 2 bags of blank paper, and you seriously that was just blank paper, right?
Yes, you saw it. Oh, you didn't see it, but you felt it. It was paper that you felt, but it was blank paper.
Yeah, and I'm like, what is this? And I was irritated because um, uh, I really wanted him to get my presents because it would have been something that he could use today.
Birthday boy.
Yeah, actually.
Birthday boy.
Yeah, I don't think I should say what it was.
Okay. So Alana is going to try to correct the order, and within a week or two, I should have my birthday present.
I also told him that if he does to check his mail in the next few days, and if he gets another box by the same company, check it to make sure that that's what. Because I told him what it was supposed to be. I told him what his presents were supposed to be, and I said, make sure you check your mail, and check to see if they actually send you another box, because it could happen that way.
Yes, I hope they do.
I hope they do, but I will. I told them that I was gonna check my email for the information again because I still have it. But it's very. It just makes me upset even to talk about it because I went on my way to order something that I really believe that he would really like, and it did not get to him. They usually
boy.
And they usually
Sad birthday boy.
Okay, stop it.
Okay, sorry, go on.
They usually do not mess up orders at all that I've ordered from him in the past. It's like the first time. Stop it.
Sorry.
This is the first time they messed up my order, so I have to see what's going on.
Which leads us to the one thing that's partially humorous about this. For the past year and a half, Alana has been talking up this company to me, and before
and other people.
And I was just about to say, and even before then, another person I know has been talking this company up and saying they're so great, they're amazing. Rick, you should really check out their stuff. And then I have this experience with them, and I'm thinking, I'm not ordering from this company anytime soon.
And I said, don't let one thing spoil it for you, because they really do have good products.
But if it's like my second interaction with them, or my first or second interaction, and this is how it goes, and
I would not dismiss it.
Okay, but they made
just because they just because they mess up one order, it doesn't mean it can't be rectified either.
They made me sad birthday boy, sad birthday boy.
You seem to be taking it worse than I am.
No, I'm taking it good.
Okay.
I'm having fun, babe.
Okay.
Yes.
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 But no, I'm still going to order from them because they really do have good products.
Mm.
But I will. I am determined to get this correct because it shouldn't happen like that again.
Nice.
Hopefully maybe they'll refund me.
That would be nice.
That would be nice.
Or actually send the stuff.
Yeah, or actually send a box with me not paying for it.
Yeah.
I shouldn't have to pay for that one.
Well, especially if you have all the information.
Yeah.
Yes. I don't think you have to.
With the item number and all that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes, you will. Is there anything else? Is there anything we missed?
No.
I think we got it all, Jaylo.
I think so too.
What can I just say? I love my... After you yawn.
I'm sorry.
I love my Jaylo. I'm so happy birthday boy. You're dating a birthday
Yeah, it's
boy.
white.
You're dating birthday boy. Has a feel to be dating birthday
Yeah,
boy.
it's white.
I feel you're dating birthday boy.
Yes.
You're getting a little bit annoyed with this.
Well, you said it like 2 days in a row now.
Oh.
Or actually, like, since Sunday.
Well, tomorrow I can start saying it in 365 days. I'm going to be birthday boy. And we're going to have a countdown each day between tomorrow and this time next year.
I do think it's really cute that you are showing your excitement.
Right.
But it is kind of annoying that you keep on repeating it.
I'm birthday boy. I'm birthday boy. I will say this real quickly, in all seriousness. Yes, there was a mix-up with the present today. Yes, there was a little bit of drama in the kitchen.
Oh, the drama wasn't even that bad.
Okay. Maybe I thought it was... Well, for me, too, I was also heightened because, I was searching for stuff. I haven't really explored this kitchen in that much detail before. Mm-hmm. But, like 10 years ago, I was really, really depressed. I spent the holidays by myself, and I'm not a holiday person. I was even less so then, but it is my birthday. Spent the holidays by myself, alone, no presents, and just thinking how empty and meaningless my life was. And now, I get to be birthday boy with you. You know, somebody who cares about me, somebody who's, you know, trying to do the right thing. And it's great. It's great to see how far things can come.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel
You
very
didn't have
grateful.
any presents for 10 years ago?
10 years ago, this time, no. There were years as kids where we didn't have any presents.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a shame. It really is.
It is.
It's a shame.
That's right. But the point isn't where I was at. The point is where I am now.
Right.
And that's just saying that to prove that, you know, things can get better.
Mm-hmm.
Life is good.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
When life hands you paper, make paper airplanes.
Yeah. You know, it'd be really funny
Tell me.
if you. So I told you to keep the stuff.
Yes.
You know, it'd be funny if you made all the paper into paper airplanes and you put them in another box. You send it back to the company and you write on the box like a little note like, "This is what I think about your present," and then they open the box and it's all these paper airplanes.
Nice. So from the birthday boy.
No, don't do that though.
Okay.
Although it would be a funny sketch.
It would be a funny sketch.
This is what I think about your present.
Yes.
You messed up the order, so here.
Yes.
Paper airplanes.
Yes.
Do you know how to make paper airplanes?
I could
I
could
cannot.
kind of do it back in the day. I don't know if I could. If I never got it like super well. I'm sure I could figure it out.
Here's a quick little paper story.
Tell me.
I remember when I was in 3rd grade, we had to do these little presentations. Some people were making food like fried rice or cake or whatever it is. This kid named Jason was doing this paper game thing, and I decided to do a paper cup. Okay, you can make a. I forgot how to do it. Somebody showed me how to do it, and it seemed really easy.
Mm-hmm.
It didn't turn out the way I wanted it to.
What happened?
I cannot remember, but I remember feeling like I didn't do the paper cup thing justice.
Did your water leak out of it or what?
No, I didn't put water in it.
Oh,
I just
okay.
wanted to make the paper in the shape of a cup, and I don't know. I think I remember it not being the way I wanted it to, and I was disappointed that it didn't. You know, I thought my presentation was a complete flop.
Oh.
So, but I tried at least.
That's good, babe.
But I was disappointed that it didn't turn out the way I wanted it to. Yeah.
Well, Alana,
Yes.
I want to thank you so much for spending my birthday with me. And I want to say Merry Christmas. I'm excited about the new year with you, and I love you.
Oh. Well, I'm excited about the new year with you too, excuse me. And I want to wish you and everyone that is listening a Merry Christmas. Happy birthday again.
Birthday boy.
Yeah, we're just going to enjoy the rest of the day.
Thank you. Yes.
Yes.
And tomorrow.
Yes.
All right. Alana Jaylo.
Rick Hammond.
Until next time.
Birthday boy.
I'm birthday boy.
Yes.